So,
Sounds good to me.
ready or not.
Ready or not, it's party time. Yeah.
Ha.
We live?
Yes, we are.
Oh, cool. Hello.
All right. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome,
ready to be
everybody,
live.
to... We're good at this. We're good at this whole not interrupting each other thing. Like, if I had to pick a single group of streamers on the internet who were, like, the best at not interrupting one another, it would be us. See, I made that sentence as long as possible so that someone would interrupt me, and all of you stayed quiet.
I had to think of something to say that would be funny, but I couldn't figure anything out.
Damn.
I just wanted to see where that was going.
The one
We're
time I was
so
looking
fun.
for someone to interrupt.
We're so very dysfunctional that when you're intentionally trying to make us dysfunctional, we fail to be dysfunctional.
How the... Because I had given up on the joke and was actually saying something, and then you interrupted me, or I interrupted you. I have no idea who was the... blah, that's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Anyway, welcome everybody to session 25 of the campaign known as Toby and Friends. I'm Kyle, your GM.
I'm Blessed Advocate.
I'm Diamond.
I'm Interruption Bat.
Oh.
All right, and this is kind of the... As I get a call that I cannot answer. Cool. This will be an interesting point moving forward in the campaign. I think this session will have a pretty sizable impact on how everything shapes up moving forward. So no pressure. But anyway, I guess we'll start with a recap of last session. So, last session started with you guys just leaving... Oh, what was the name of the... It's not Santaloon, is it? No. What's the freaking name? Santaloon, is that it?
I think so.
Okay, just leaving Santaloon City after nothing bad happened.
Nope.
Let
totally
me
didn't just murder
reiterate.
a couple guys.
They definitely did not jump a bunch of guards and beat them unconscious. That definitely did not happen, and it's weird that you keep bringing it up. So after definitely not doing that, and also finding out from the nice old woman that worked at the herbalism shop about some questionable status of the Elite Four place. God, my brain.
Pokemon League?
That's the word I was looking for. So after finding out a rumor about the Pokemon League from the herbalism shop lady, they decided to go investigate. Along the way, they stopped a little bit of a territorial dispute between a Floatzel and its fellow Weasel, and a bunch of, I believe it was Psyduck, which was handled quite handily. Minimal actual effort involved, but some good experience nevertheless. They then reached the map that we are looking at right here, which was a hill overlooking the Pokemon League, and taking in the very damaged state of the league itself and the minor town that kind of surrounds it. Not many people live there year round, but the houses that were there were not in good shape. And before they could get much further than this point, they were jumped by a bunch of hashtag bad guys.
Tag bad guys.
Who lay gasp. You mean that the people that were doing villainous things the entire time were actually members of the villainous team? Wow, Kyle, what a genius plot deception. Who could have seen it coming?
Not me.
Worst kept secret. Yeah, and in that fight, which was pretty difficult, they did manage to defeat everybody. And when some of the grunts, which I can finally call them now, were escaping, they were punched out by a Darmanitan, and the group met 2 new characters who will learn a bit more about this session. Yeah, and basically, they invited our heroes to go find out more about this resistance group that they're members of. And also notably, because I know this was probably forgotten, they looted the unconscious bodies of the various grunts and got some items, including some Pokeballs that our group has some interest in.
Oh, yes.
Like some of those, please.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna give us any. They want our 2 Pokeballs.
You're not getting them.
Yeah, so they currently haven't taken them yet, but we will see when that happens. We will.
They can freaking
Sorry.
try.
That call was telling me that they're having a family Zoom call, and I was trying to manage that text message while also continue talking, and that went very well, as you can tell. But anyway.
Hey, Kyle, you're doing great.
I'm doing so great. In fact, I think this is my best session opening to a session ever. I know we've had like 25 of them, but this is clearly the best.
Well, like you said right before we started, it's okay because even if we're not 100% ready, we'll end up rambling for like 20 minutes and then we'll be good.
You're right. Just have to get it out of our system. That's the true purpose of the opening, like 10, 15 minutes, guys. It's clearly to get out all the silly energy so we can maintain complete seriousness during the entire rest of the session. I mean, those of you who've been here before know that to be absolutely true with no irony whatsoever.
100%. Why would we lie about that?
I have no idea. It'd be a really weird thing to lie about.
Yeah.
Anyway, I see 2 of our 3 players are on the map and ready to go.
Yes.
I forgot to put Toby back after that shenanigans that happened.
That shenanigans.
That shenanigans. That's the technical term.
All right, so once I finish sorting this out in 5 seconds.
Shenanigans.
Oh, yeah. What music should we be using?
That's basically up to you.
All right. Wombat. Since you're so good at this. Or you could just scream eternally. That's fine too.
That's the soundtrack now.
Por qué no los dos?
Wombat Screaming, Volume 1.
You just gotta get a clip of that and then use it to the right before the beat drop of an EDM song. Oh, right now. Now that we've scared off all the new potential viewers and we're just left with the people who've been here a while, how about we get started?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
So, okay, I guess before we
I still don't know what the hell to play.
Yeah. Before we move too much further, it has been... I'm going to say that after the events of last session, you guys kind of... you went off, you tried to get some distance from the area. The area was hot. There were possibly, reinforcements coming. So you guys made what you determined was a safe enough distance before camping for the night. Not much conversation happened because you were essentially kind of just operating under get as far away as you can, eat something, we'll talk in the morning, I guess, sort of thing. So now it's
Right.
somewhat early the next day. You guys are coming from the left side of the map. Um,
Yeah. This left side or that left side?
I was gonna let you choose.
Oh, how about this one?
Yeah.
That I
I
mean,
like it.
this group does like to lie face down in various shallow bodies of water,
It's true.
so it would be on brand.
They're gonna be so glad they recruited us.
You guys
Hee
just all walk over to the river, this little stream, and just kind of face plant into the water.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. So healing.
Yes, I was about to get to that. So you guys got, I would say, let's call it 50% of max
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Okay, so Toby is fully healed.
That counts for Pokemon as well.
All
Hey,
right.
that works. I typed in /heal max and it did the thing.
Yep.
Yay.
Blah's program operated as expected.
I know, it's
Like, gasp.
shocking. Oh, my poor baby's still locked in their box.
Yeah.
And their Pokeballs, including
Alright.
Ivan, by
So-
design.
So it is now the morning. All relevant conversations you probably wanted to have been kind of put on a hold. What you do know is you now know the names of these individuals. That information has been conveyed to you. So the girl with the Darmanitan is Joy Hext. And the guy is Carver Gladwin. And he has an Ambipom. As you guys have been traveling up to this point, Gladwin, or Carver in this case, hasn't been
Shit.
sticking with you guys. He's been kind of scouting ahead, scouting behind. He's been all over the place. He's kind of the first sensor line of defense, for lack of a better term. And he and his Ambipom have kind of just been out of sight for most of the time. You catch, a glimpse of them occasionally. They're not like perfect ninjas, but they are pretty good at staying out of your attention when you're not, specifically looking for them. So they're around.
Useful.
But that being said, you guys have probably been walking for at least like 5-ish minutes now. And Joy hasn't really said much. But her and her Darmanitan have taken the lead. And yeah, it's up to, if you guys want to say anything, now would be the time.
Ow.
You okay?
I hit my knuckle against the desk.
That is deeply unfortunate. What?
That was me clearing my throat.
Why do you clear your throat like a Dragon Ball Z character?
I'm glad I wasn't the only one thinking. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I just have to beat it into submission nowadays.
Ooh.
Sounds unhealthy.
Oh God.
Since when have I been healthy?
You'll beat that rubbish mentality into submission. No, damn Wombat. I thought you maybe had a shot.
What?
Never mind. It was a Persona 5 reference.
What?
Oh.
Was it?
Move! Yeah.
I...
During some of the Mementos missions, that's something Yusuke will say.
Oh, I see. The thing is that I haven't actually played the game despite knowing a lot of things about it. So
Anyway,
I haven't been through Mementos long enough to thingy. Anyway,
Right.
Yeah, Toby's kind of fallen into the pattern of being quiet and stuff.
I imagine it's a pretty awkward silence until Mona suddenly can't take it anymore and just, so, resistance, huh?
Oh.
Yep. Basically. Uh. Yeah. Well, I don't exactly know how it worked out everywhere, but I know where I was. There was a large enough group of people who didn't have their Pokemon trapped that we were kind of able to fight off the initial rush of guards. I don't know too many details, but shortly after that, we kind of had a organized group and have been keeping them at bay ever since. We're kind of day by day at this point. I was out scouting for information when I found you three, so gonna take you back, report what I've found, introduce you guys, go from there.
Sounds good.
All right. I don't suppose you'd be able to spare any supplies.
Not yet. We're not exactly the most well supplied rebel group. Can you believe it?
Wow.
I kind of have barely enough on me to get me through the mission I was going on. So let's hold off on that until we're actually back at base.
Gotcha. Yeah, I figured it was a long shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, it was worth the shot, I guess. So, what kind of stuff do you guys do, I guess?
Not able to do much. Most of our time is merely spent holding the front. I should explain that real quick, shouldn't I? I'm just trying to pull up a Kalos map here so I can give you guys some actual information.
I need to close
There we
this.
go. Okay. So yeah, we mostly we spend most of our time just kind of like holding the fort down at this point. Currently we have control over Snowbell City, Coraway Town, and Anastar City.
Good.
Oh.
That's if you ask me, kind of a miracle at this point. I can only imagine that having to try and control the entire region, they had to make some guesses about who'd be where, and they kind of, I guess they guessed wrong here. I don't know, but whatever the case is, we have enough strong competitors. I know that some members of the Pokemon League fled to this area, so there's that.
Sense? I mean, if they're strong enough to be in the Pokemon League, then some guys aren't going to be much to stop them.
Right. I guess the main issue there is we got plenty of people from the Pokemon League, just not many of them with Pokemon. If that makes sense. Yeah.
But there must be a lot of you if you're controlling 3 towns.
That's kind of why I say it's kind of surprising. I'm not sure how we're able to hold off this many. I mean, we have some people who are leading the effort on our 2 fronts who are experts with the terrain. So that's probably the only reason we're holding out with the numbers we have, but you know, the more the merrier at this point. You 3 seem strong enough, so I'm
We've
sure you'll be able to help
seen
out
some
somewhere.
stuff, yeah. We'll do
Yeah.
our best.
Only by necessity, really.
Yeah. Though we have several badges. So, I mean, maybe it's not as much as you'd want, but we are stronger than some. Oh, that's a ringing endorsement.
Be even stronger if we had all our Pokemon.
Yeah.
Well,
She kind of stops and turns around and says, honestly, the most ringing endorsement you can say is, we have Pokemon.
That is true.
Yeah, I suppose you're right there.
Mm-hmm.
hey,
Yeah,
look, more Pokemon.
You say that she looks over and sees them, and then she says, Carver hasn't even caught his Ambipom. He just convinced it to join him somehow.
YOLO.
Don't I know it? Actually, it was more like he convinced me, gesturing to Arthur.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, it's not hard to convince someone to serve under me and my greatness.
Holy crap.
Mona kind of chuckles a bit.
Arthur is very pleased with himself.
Wow.
He's
Mona can talk to him. I just get the sense that he thinks we're his servants or something.
He's a bit of a
It's,
pain, but
It's
honestly,
interesting.
I find it kind of charming.
Careful, Mona. Don't inflate his ego too much.
Oh, he can't hear me when I talk in human, don't worry. At least I don't think he
Are
can.
you sure?
He kind of glances back at Arthur.
Arthur is kind of grinning to himself and looking off into the forest, and he's just kind of going about his way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he...
I will say Arthur doesn't. Well, you know what? Arthur can, but he's not paying attention right now.
Fantastic.
Let's go with that.
Works for me.
Fantastic.
Arthur can understand you when it's hashtag plot convenient.
Fantastic.
No, but honestly, he's just not paying attention right now. Pokemon with Aura can sometimes understand, sometimes don't. I would say that the Pokemon that are known for having mastered Aura can probably accomplish it with... Like, they can understand what you're saying mostly, and then they communicate to you via, like, you know, Aura. So nobody can understand what he says besides you, but he can get a good idea of what everybody else is saying.
Right.
Oh.
You might miss some of the finer points, but, you know.
I get the haughty attitude well enough.
Oh yeah, because you definitely can interpret the general emotions and feelings behind conversations.
Oh, yeah.
And as usual, Paprika just is lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, you did point out the Swablu, and they're just kind of hanging out in the
Trees.
over there in the trees.
And now there's lots of trees, because it's warmer. Don't mind me mindlessly quoting History of Japan. That meme from years ago now, which is mind-boggling to me.
I think at this point, Paprika's just looking wistfully at the Swablu like, I wonder what happened to that
Aw.
fletchling.
Oh, yeah. The poor thing ran away.
It's probably safer.
Probably.
Mona
And
just
that's
kind
really
of
sad.
Mona just kind of looks at the Swablu and sighs. More Pokemon we can't have.
Aw.
I mean, I still have a Pokeball, but...
So, one of the Swablus takes off and goes in the direction of the river, but that's if we're gonna freeze frame a moment in time, that's kind of what happens. The other ones haven't really moved yet. One of them relocates to this tree, but other than that, nothing eventful happens quite yet.
I wonder if I feel like balancing another bird friend.
You get it to start following you.
If you think you can try that.
Well, the last one liked food. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason he stuck around.
True. Well, I think didn't you also protect it from something? I can't recall at this point.
I tried to do many things.
That is correct, actually. You protected it from, I believe it was a Mankey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I remember that now.
So, yeah, are you going to do anything?
Paprika is going to very carefully approach Burbs.
Burbs.
And she still has some of those handy dandy treats. So
Are they the sleepy ones or the or just like
the sleepy
general?
ones.
Nice. I'm going to knock out a bird and take it with me. And it
So-
will love me.
This one's flying past overhead. You start to walk towards the other ones. The one flying overhead and the other ones notice you, and before you know it, the Swablu that was flying by pulls like a 180, flies straight at you, and it is going to begin using Fury Attack.
Oh
good.
boy.
Very good.
Seems good.
I believe that hits. That does not.
I would
This
hope
thing
not.
is enraged and is just trying to unload on you with such ferocity. It is missing just every attack misses. It does clip you with one.
All I did was walk.
Maybe nesting. Nesting
But-
birds can be pretty vicious.
I'll
But
take
yeah,
it.
if you guys want, or for now, we're gonna operate in initiative order. So I'm gonna say, it is either going to be Arthur or the Domanitan going first. So, heads or tails, blah.
Heads.
You are correct.
Ooh.
So it is Mona, and I guess could be Arthur's turn. What are you doing?
Well, I mean, Mona probably wouldn't get involved unless it looks like Paprika is getting overwhelmed, and one bird? I don't know.
Bird.
I think Mona's gonna hang back for now.
All right. Sounds good. The Darmanitan's going to mostly do the same, although step forward a bit. And then it looks over and looks back. It looks over the Swablu and looks back. And then just kind of shrugs and goes to punch this one.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Alright, well, that's probably a sign that the battle is afoot.
To be a fire
The
punch,
battle
and
is
it kind of just
joined.
takes the tree with it.
Oh my god.
ooh.
Well
Oh,
then.
work.
Yeah, and that Swablu is having a bad day, and yeah, they are going to proceed to swarm the Darmanitan, which it welcomes.
Oh my god.
A little bit odd, but alright.
It and Lee either clash or get along very well. Frighteningly
So-
well.
It's going to be how many Swablu are? Oh, I'm sorry. I should technically let trainers go if they want to release Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Cat, get out here.
I would like to... I want to use my cat, but also it's on low HPs.
You gave it the 50% health, right?
I did. It was
Okay.
She was knocked out.
Ah.
Am I allowed to move as well?
It depends on turn order at that point.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
move Toby. Because
Oh, yeah.
Toby's all the way in the back. Okay.
Yes.
if I see the Darmanitan going for the Swablu, Mona probably would release Sniff anyway.
Alright.
Lee can use the experience and she'll probably be fine. Famous last words.
Alright, Lee, Sniff, and Swablu. So 4 is a reroll. It's Sniff.
Okay.
So fast.
Yeah, what? I guess comparatively to the Swablu anyway.
Yep.
Even with Lee, though,
Huh.
that's
Well, you
pretty
guys have the
wild.
same speed. You
Let's
guys
see.
are
here.
always going to be tied.
I think, yeah, I think Sniff is gonna use Icicle Spear on the Swablu in front of him. Can I, like, forcibly restrict the amount that I attack with?
You can say... I mean, you could theoretically say, I'm going to attack with 2 and then fire 3 into the air if they keep going. Like, I see no reason why you couldn't.
Alright,
You just kind of have to decide prior to firing.
right. I think I'll fire 3, and then...
Okay.
Yeah, then the other 2 are just gonna go into the river.
Sure. Hits.
Nice.
I don't know why I rolled the other 2. Alright, 3d10 plus 12.
Music.
Oh yeah. That was exactly enough, I think.
Nice.
All right, then. Anything else?
Yeah, just have Mona step up a bit, and yeah.
Wombat, heads or tails?
Tails.
It is heads.
Okay.
Swablu 12 is going to fly over here and use... Let's go with... It's going to use a Fury attack.
Oof. That? That's one beefy Darmanitan.
Yeah.
And is
Made of beef.
then gonna go over here. Now it's Lee's turn.
Okay. So, think I'm gonna try and keep Lee as generally out of the thick of it as possible. She's just gonna move up here. I think aim at Swablu 11 with Ember.
For it.
What is going on?
I have
Did
no
you
idea.
set up a playlist or something?
I just pasted the music itself.
That will hit.
Unless that's like part of... Yeah, it is.
Ah,
These videos aren't like made to be looped, I guess.
I guess not. Whack. That did nothing. I'm gonna use the rest of her movement to back off. Fantastic.
All right. Now it is Chili's turn.
Well, I'm not gonna make friends with birds in the middle of battle, so let's see here.
Oh, I guess technically roll shadow Pokemon stuff.
Ah, right.
You're good.
Okay. Oh. I guess Chili is just going to go ahead and use an Ember on Swablu 13.
Go for it.
Found an extended version.
Hey,
Very
nice.
That'll hit.
Okay. I should try to catch that. I say with my one Pokeball.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I know.
You know, if you really want to go for it, I could try hitting it with a Thunder Wave.
You know, sure. Yes.
Ooh.
All right.
She get verb.
We're serious about this one.
But yeah, for
Yes.
now, that's all she'll do.
Although that
All right.
does require looping back to the Darmanitan's turn, so I don't know if it'll last that long now that I think about it.
We'll see how it goes. There's other birds.
11. Swablu 11 is going to attack the thing.
The thing.
The thing.
Big meaty
And
thing.
it is going to use Astonish. And kind of retreat.
These poor things.
This
All
other
I did
Swablu
was walk. I didn't ask
is
for
gonna
a
fly
fight.
in and try and use
That's
Fury
true.
attack. That's gonna be 3 of them.
Ouch.
All right. And it is also going to fly away a little bit. However, Paprika,
Yes.
you notice some movement down next to you
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
as you see the Swablu finishing eating a berry.
Excuse me?
Oh.
Okay.
What berry was that?
A really good one.
Apparently.
And it is going to blindside Chili with the move.
Okay.
The move. Ah, yes. My favorite Pokemon attack. What?
Wait, what? Where and why the fuck? Also, it can't do that. Isn't Chili fairy type?
Yeah.
Oh,
But also what?
oh, well, It doesn't know that, so it launches off this this massive dragon rush and deals no damage. And then kinda is pissed. It is ticked.
Ah, Thunderwave that one!
Alright then. You got it.
Thank you.
I'm glad I remembered that.
I
mean,
actually dealt
I
no
was-
damage when I rolled it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The program remembered it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last remaining one is going to fly away and is going to use round. Wait, is it a burst from it? Ah. That'll work.
Oh, that poor Darmanitan is actually probably starting to feel the burn.
Yikes.
All right. So with that, we are back to the top of the turn order with Arthur if he chooses to act and Darmanitan. Are you going to choose to act with Arthur?
I mean, I'm not going to order him, but, you know, if he wants to act, I'm not in much of a position to stop him right now.
Battle is beneath him. He is not impressed. He kind of just walks over to the river.
Good.
Don't
Don't get involved with the birds.
The Darmanitan. It's going to go headbutt this one.
That was a low roll, too. That Darmanitan's beefy.
It is, and I quote, an absolute unit.
A unit is unitier.
You want to debate that?
No. Especially not when she's at half health.
All right, it is up to Swablu 12, Lee, and Sniff. It's actually Swablu 12.
That one.
Oh.
Do you want mate?
Doesn't seem great. What's it doing?
Positioning itself
What are you doing?
for disarming voice.
I don't like that. Oh, cool. I like that, though.
It is about to unleash this devastating disarming voice attack. And then at exact moment, a bug flies into its mouth and it starts to kind of choke. And it ends up on the ground. And any attacks on it on this next turn have advantage.
What kind of bug?
Yes.
Is it a caterpie or
Oh,
I think
look,
the
it's
only thing
Lee's
small
turn.
enough is a Joltik.
Yes, a Joltik definitely leapt up and straight for the Swablu's throat.
Oh my god. Poor thing.
Oh, look, it's Lee's turn.
Hooray. Well, I was gonna keep her at a distance, but since that thing insisted on getting so close, I guess I have no choice but to run up and hit it with, let's go with a Fire Fang.
Advantage.
Yeet, yeet.
That'll hit.
Oops. Fire fan. Oh yeah. Nice. That's a pretty decent chunk of health.
Right.
And
Excellent.
then
retreat.
Toby orders her back behind her, and Lee gives her an insulted look, and she's like, "Please don't argue with me on this. You're gonna get beat up." She's like, "Fine."
All right, Sniff, it is your turn.
Okay, I'd like to Thunderwave Swablu 14.
Yes, go for it. That is a definite miss. Yeah, it totally misses for sure.
God dang it, Kyle, stop nerfing Thunderwave behind my back.
Did I say an accuracy of 2? No, you're mistaken. It has an accuracy of 17.
Someone's bitter.
Nah, they're just giving a hard time. Of course that hits.
Alright.
Yay!
He's all yours, Pap.
Okay.
Is that her nickname now, Pap?
Oh, that's like something you call a grandpa, but that's okay.
I mean, Paprika is basically the grandpa of the group. Let's be real.
No.
I don't know if that's what I'd call her,
No.
but
Yeah, no. Mom of the group, big sister of the group. Come up with whichever one you want. It's not Grandpa.
Oh dear.
So yes, that is very much paralyzed, and I keep forgetting that I'm the only one who could do that.
Yes.
that's pretty funny. Oh, Kyle.
Perfect. So
Okay.
anything else you're doing, Mona?
I'm good.
Throwing a Pokeball.
Yeah, no.
All right. In that case, it is Paprika's turn.
Okay, let's give this a shot. Paprika's gonna try and capture that burb.
Go for it.
Alright.
Oh,
I was gonna say, we do have a Pokeball throwing animation now.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see it.
Uh,
it.
how do you do it?
I believe you select the Swablu as a target, then slash ball. It's a gray ball in our case. So, like, gray.
Just slash gray?
Slash ball space gray. I believe that'll do it.
Oh.
Or not.
Are you sure it's not Pokeball or
It might.
Pokeball Go?
It might be Pokeball Go, actually.
That sounds a lot. Pokeball Go. Pokeball.
All one
Go.
word followed by gray.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're
This is so hard!
Pokeball Go, all one word, space gray. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's try this one more time.
There we go. Oh,
Nope. It was even worse.
God!
That's okay.
If it helps, the 76 wouldn't have caught either.
Oh, no, I didn't think so.
Doesn't help. That doesn't help. Thank you, Kyle.
mm,
All right.
Well, Chili still has her turn.
Yep.
I'll let Wombat scream for me. It's much more effective. Thank you, Wombat.
You're so very welcome.
okay, I actually need to be right back.
I'm good at making weird noises. Up to and including screaming horribly.
Noticed.
Ah.
But Chili does get the go
Yes.
after Shadow Pokemon shenanigans.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that what you rolled?
Yeah, for Shadow Pokemon, whatnot.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Then Chili is going to move here. And she will launch a Flame Burst at Swablu 10.
All right, go for it. That should hit.
Okay.
Does anyone remember how to set HP equal to like a certain value?
Don't
I
you
think
just like
equals HP equals whatever.
Can I do a fraction?
Probably. I think Blaw's taken that into account.
I'm just gonna do the math. Sure.
The fuck is this music? It kicks ass.
I know. I'm gonna need to ask Blah when he gets back.
Yeah.
Back.
She's like, Blah, what is this music? It kicks ass.
It's from the Calamity Terraria mod.
Holy shit.
Alright,
I guess I need to play Calamity.
Yeah, the music alone is like worth.
I didn't see myself playing Terraria Calamity, but here we are.
Right. Da-da-da-da-da. I think that means it is Swablu 10's turn, unless I am mistaken.
I think you're right.
Swablu is going to use round.
Ooh.
Return of the Swablus.
Okay, Blah, I have a question for you.
I may have an answer.
No, you know what? We're just gonna let it fly.
Oh, never
I have a
mind.
question. I may have an answer. No.
Oh,
Oh.
Was I not decisive enough for you?
What?
Oh, dear lord.
I'm sorry, what the hell?
well, it was a crit. So
What just happened?
Round was used within one round of this Swablu using round, so
Fuck.
bonus
Oh, yeah.
power, and then it crit on top of that, and knocks out Darmanitan, who is completely not expecting that to occur. Chili also gets hit in the crossfire.
yep.
Oh, jeez.
That was totally intentional, I swear. Anyway. Swablu 11 is going to attempt to peck. That'll miss. Pretty positive.
Yay!
Ooh.
You were actually you were like knocked out of position by the round, and as a result, the peck misses.
Thank goodness.
It is Swablu 14's turn.
Probably pissed.
Oh, that one.
Swablu 14 can move, and Swablu 14 is very not pleased.
Also, hey, PK.
PK. We're getting our butts kicked by a bunch of Swablu.
Which incidentally is not actually all that uncommon
Really?
for people.
Hey.
Yeah.
Was there a never mind.
I don't understand anything.
No, I know this thing. It's going to use Fury Attack. Chili, you, and then you again.
Okay.
So I believe the last one misses. So it's just each of you twice.
Okay.
Joy.
Well, it seems like the one that missed was the crit, so...
Well, we
Oh,
rolled
that's
that it
right.
doesn't crit unless it's on the first roll.
Right, I remember
Crit
now.
unless it's on the first, because
Okay,
these moves were super broken when they were just fishing for crits all day.
that's true. I remember now.
Okay, not as bad as I thought.
All right.
Man, Chili's fine.
We are back at the top of the turn order with Arthur, who is not yet entertained enough. That is going to be Lee, Sniff, and Swablu. That is a reroll. That is a sniff.
Okay.
Sniff, 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 sniff.
So, with the way this is going, and because, you know, the Swablu is, like, very catchable right now, I'm tempted to throw my Pokeball at it.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
But I feel like if I do that, I'm just gonna end up wasting it. And, you know, it still has Arthur's name written on it, so... Let me see if I can at least get into range. Oh, yeah, I guess I could. Alright, I'm actually gonna Icicle Spear.
Okay.
First on Swablu, 12, then 11, then 10, then 14, and the fifth one will go to 11.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Okay, so, yeah, your first two hit.
Okay. So you and you. Or wait, no. It was 12, then 11, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The same damage for both.
Should I not have done that?
In the future, you could have.
Oh.
Oh! Sorry, I thought you said you were targeting 10 second. You targeted 11. Cool. No worries.
Yeah.
I just misheard.
Well, I'm confused now, but that's okay. I'm always confused. That's my secret, Captain.
Hey.
All right. That means it's Lee's turn.
I'm suddenly a lot less comfortable about sending Lee in against all this shit, given how overpowered these guys apparently are. However, I think Lee is going to hop out front, and she's gonna target the... Does anyone have objection to knocking out... Oops. To knocking that thing out at this point? Because...
If it happens, it happens.
Because, it's, this is getting bad.
What if I just, like, picked it up?
You're welcome to try!
It'll eat me alive.
Oh my god.
Is Paprika, like, particularly distraught about missing that catch?
I mean, she wanted it. She's been looking for a flying type. That's why she kept the fletchling around, but... If it's gonna eat us alive, then she understands.
Alright.
So should I attack it or no?
Well, I was gonna say, like, if Paprika is particularly upset, then Mona would try to throw her Pokeball. But
Oh,
if not, then...
but you need that for Arthur.
yeah.
However, why don't we let Paprika just try to pick it up? Just for giggles.
Alright, I like that idea.
I think instead of doing any of these things, Toby's just gonna use light healing power on the baby.
Okay.
All right.
I need to look up how to do
be
that
clear,
again.
you were using it on the absolute unit, right?
Yes.
Cool.
1d12 plus 6 plus twice charisma. How did I do this again? Oh, I muted myself.
No, you didn't.
Okay, I'm back. No, I muted the headset, not my mic.
No,
Ah.
you missed a super important plot reveal.
Okay, 1d12 plus 6, so that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and twice charisma. 15.
23.
Yay! Yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah, 2023.
I'm really bad at math. I don't know how I stuck with engineering as long as I did. Okay. And with her being all healed up, or at least some healed up, Lee is going to go out to here and use Ember on that distant Swablu.
It's a little bit of a tricky shot because of the other tree in the way, but you should still be able to make it.
Okay. Damn it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that misses anyway. Not even the additional accuracy.
Yeah, that's
into
fine.
That result, yeah. That's
That's
just
fine.
it. You
That
don't catch
is
the tree on
perfectly
fire though, so
Yeah, I think that would have been the crit fail result, right?
yeah. Here's to not catching things on fire.
Uh-huh.
Here's to fire cats not catching things on fire.
Yeah.
You'd have had to spend an hour putting that tree out.
Yeah.
It would have been a great example to set for our new friends.
Hey, we have water this time.
That's
True.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anyway, so that loops. That means it is Paprika and Swablu's turn. Or no, Paprika and Chili's turn. The Swablu is what you're going to use your turn to do something to.
Which means it's probably pretty much its turn, but... Alright, well, first things first, before Paprika gets knocked out, we are going to have Chili... Oh, roll for Shadow Pokemon.
Good.
Okay, then we're gonna have Chili go up here and try a Draining Kiss on that Swablu.
Yeah, go for it. Yep.
Hmm.
15.
Okay.
I don't know why I said. You know what this tanky cat needs? A healing move. And like not just any move, a healing move that does damage.
Heh.
And unlike all other healing moves that does damage, it's gonna heal 75% of its health instead of a quarter or a half. Game balance. Lord, Chili is a beast. Yeah, that works.
Alright,
Wablu is sufficiently smooched.
that's good. It need to be. Anyway. Yep. Paprika is going to look at this angry bird in front of her and just attempt to grab it. And just be like, hey bird, simmer down.
This is gonna go well.
I know.
I can feel it.
Me too. I'm really feeling it.
charisma
really
check?
feeling it.
Uh-huh, I knew it was gonna come down to that. Nope.
This thing looks at you and looks at your backpack and is not pleased.
My backpack?
Correct. Paprika, roll a perception check.
19?
It's looking at your frying pan. That is the handle of which is sticking out of your backpack.
What?
Oh my god. It's that Swablu I bonked in the first session.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
Congratulations. Yes, it is. It is back for revenge.
Oh no!
He made a boss Swablu!
I guess that serves her right, but still.
Holy shit! The absolute madman.
Paprika just gives the most awkward smile. What can she even do at this point?
It is now Swablu 10's turn.
So much for any of that.
Swablu 10
Oh.
Swablu 10 is going to use Takedown.
Oof.
For a minute there, I thought you said shakedown, and I was really confused.
I can't fucking believe he made a boss encounter out of Swablu. Or at least a high-level encounter.
And what is essentially a earth-shattering collision between two balls of fluff. Both sides come out mostly unharmed. Swablu 11 is going to try to do something about the thing that attacked it, and is going to use Astonish.
Oh.
Why would you do that? Don't do that. That's gonna hurt.
Hope it's okay, good. That literally did nothing.
Fantastic.
Sniff is unfazed.
Swablu 14 hovers back a bit and gives you this look as if to say, draw your weapon.
Oh! Wait a second, what?
Is it asking to prove your worthiness, or...?
I think it just wants to beat me while I'm defending myself, which is relatively honorable.
And with that, it's going to hold its turn.
Holy shit. What is happening?
Oh boy.
All right,
This is
Back-
wild.
back to the top of the turn order. Arthur has decided that this stream is an appropriate temperature to take a bath. And is kind of like sitting there with his arms on the shore as if he was in a hot tub. It's kind of just letting the stream be the stream.
Arthur.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
What? This is the threat his disciples should be able to handle easily. I'm not getting it.
Disciples? Plural?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Anyway, it is between Lee and Sniff. Sniff has a nose, so it's gonna be Lee.
Okay,
I mean, Lee has a nose too, but...
yeah, well, it's
Well,
not quite as prominent.
yeah, to be fair, Lee has a nose, Sniff is a nose.
Alright, fair.
I'm gonna use... Wait, was it? Which one is the one that's having a moment with Paprika?
The paralyzed one?
Okay, cool. I'm going to use Fire Fang on the one on 11 then.
Go for it.
Hiya. Ooh.
What's Firefang's accuracy?
3.
That is gonna miss.
Ouch. That is unfortunate.
Yes, it is. Anything else that Toby would like to do?
Regret her existence.
That is allowed. In fact, that is a free action.
Hooray.
Remember, everybody, existential crises are a free action.
Can someone quote that, please? I don't have the stream up because my computer will cry.
Existential crises are a free action.
Yes.
That feels like it would be a demotivational poster.
It does, doesn't it?
Got it.
Remember, boys and girls,
Beautiful.
existential crises are a free action.
Welcome to Teddy's, what was it?
Yeah, welcome to Shadow Teddy's Existential Kids Corner!
That's it.
What?
The word of the day is futile! As in, your futile existence has no meaning. Oh,
Yay,
God.
you know another word that starts with F? Mistake.
Mistake? Excellent! Oh, I'm Daisy is a genius.
Truly, it's so sad that he abandoned that project. Anyway.
She, and yes.
Sorry, say that again?
She,
Oh,
and yes.
cool. Did not know that.
Yeah.
So we are
If you've
talking...
ever read a Cucumber Quest, it's the same person who draws that. Anyway, we're getting off topic. This
Really?
time it was the GM's fault.
Yes, 100% was. So I believe it's now Sniff's turn.
Right. So, although Sniff didn't take damage, does it still count as him being attacked for the purposes of Avalanche? Oh wait, it says
no.
the target damaged, yeah. Oh well.
I will say, did you want to murder the thing or just knock it out?
I just want to know before I, bury it in 10 feet of snow.
Yep.
I'll bury it in 5 feet of snow instead.
Excellent. Go for it.
If I,
Bury away.
So, I have Terraria up in the background to just, brainlessly mine, which is very satisfying when you have endgame gear, I have to say. I just learned that it's possible for there to be an explosive trap buried in the dungeon with, the pressure plate above in the underground. And if you step on it, it doesn't blow up the dungeon brick.
Huh.
Anyway, sorry. that
Anything
little
else with your
tangent.
turn, Mona?
Think I'm good.
Expected
All
this
right.
music to be appropriately epic for a fight with a bunch of Swablu, but here we are.
Go for it, Paprika.
Okay.
That was such a great laugh. Just, what a mood.
Alright, well,
Uh,
alright. Paprika gets out her frying pan. It's like, alright, fine, bird, fine.
Hey. The thing is going to charge at you.
Cool.
Paprika, roll a d20.
well.
Always
So-
trust in the power of Swablu.
So this thing charges at you, and as you swing your frying pan, it epically dodges out of the way and is going to nail you with a peck. Straight
Alright.
on the forehead.
Wow.
Very
Ooh.
good.
Yikes.
Ooh.
Yep. Good night.
Oh.
Well, I think I've made a good impression.
And as you fall, the Swablu perches upon your fallen body, having regained its honor, and gives a Swablu battle cry, which is essentially a sheep.
Oh my god. Toby, seeing this, I think is going to say, well, hey, Swablu, you're pretty cool and strong. Why don't you just, like, come with us, maybe? Instead of fighting us.
Hey, Paprika,
Yeah.
can you roll 20 at disadvantage?
A D20?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh.
Well, sorry, Chili is not about to, take that, sitting there. So, do you want me to just handle D20s for the table?
Uh-oh.
Or, like, moving forward, or would you prefer to roll them all?
Oh, no. I can roll them. That's fine.
Alright, D20.
Okay.
Oh, that table. I thought you meant table as in, like, the group?
Yeah, I was really
I was
confused.
very confused.
Oh.
Confused.
Okay. So, what?
Oh, that table. Took me a moment.
Yeah. One,
Several moments, in fact.
3, 4. That is. Glad I wasted those 2 phenomenal rolls trying to click a button.
Yeah, you could also press the number 4 on your keyboard.
I really?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
The number keys are mapped to different dice.
Huh?
How do you get 20? How do you get 20 back?
5 is 20.
Why?
Why would you have never explained this before? That is like one of the most useful tips about this program, and it took you how many freaking years to explain that?
I feel like I probably mentioned it, like, way back.
Oh, screw off,
The
Sadfigweed.
indignant rage is delightful, by the way.
By the way, Chili is going to use Flame Burst on the Swablu that is currently perched atop Paprika.
Alright. Get them, Chili.
Flame Burst.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
Roast us. I'm done.
Chili.
Wait, should that have
Wait.
directly hit Paprika?
No, it wouldn't have. Actually, it wasn't intended to, because I didn't have her selected, but apparently I did, so it happened.
Flawless program, ladies and gentlemen.
I must have had her selected and just not realized.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is going to
Flawless.
be 1/16 HP from Toby, Sniff, Lee, and Joy.
What was the percentage again?
1/16.
Yikes.
Wait, Toby doesn't get hit, does she?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
Mona,
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
Sniff,
how is he close
Lee,
enough?
and Joy. I must have the second time around said Toby instead of Joy. Either that or I'm just bad at words.
Does it not work for negative fractions? God dang it. Okay, fine.
Well-
I don't want to calculate it manually, though. That's effort.
Anyway,
Ignoring Wombat's pathetic outcry.
The Swablu is now unconscious on top of Paprika.
As it should be. At this point. Can I put my HP back up?
Yeah, just take the 1/16.
Okay.
I'm not about to start. I feel like ruling that now is going to come to bite someone, either myself or you guys, majorly in the rear at some point.
What was Lee's HP before? Was it already 62?
It was 62, yeah.
Okay, so I need to figure out...
5.
What's 5? Okay, thank you. I hate math.
Yeah. Maybe it's 5 or 6, I don't freaking care.
Cool. I will take the one that is not larger.
Got it. That leaves Swablu 10, who... You know what? Swablu 10 is going to nope the ever-living hell out of here. Not interested.
So this music
Is anybody
going to
resist it escaping?
Nah.
Nah.
Alright.
It can flee if it wants to. It can leave its friends behind. Because its friends are nuts, and if they are nuts, well then, leave them behind. Don't mind me.
Joy walks over and uses a revive on Dermanitan, and then slaps it across the face.
Fantastic.
Let's see. Is there an extended version of this song?
It takes no damage, and grins at her. And she just kind of...
Wow.
Nobody else has a fire type this temperamental.
Toby glances at Chili. Whoops.
There's
Chili
in
is
Shadow
still a
Pokemon.
thing. Right. Let's just say that
Drag
Joy
us
doesn't know
all
that.
into the river.
All right, Lee and Sniff. It is going to be Lee first. Chili is still lashing out at all the things.
Oh.
Great.
Well, Chili, go ahead. Set the forest on fire.
This is fine.
Big's
Uh,
I am quite all right with the current state of affairs.
So wait, who's first?
Lee.
Wait, but the Swablu fled. What are we?
Yeah, the Swablu's getting in the hell out of Dodge, but Chili is still angry.
Oh. I'm unsure whether it's a good idea to engage and make her angrier.
To calm her down, that hasn't gone well in the past.
Right, I know what to do. Toby approaches, but she can't get close enough to be within touch range yet. And Lee just positions herself to stand protectively in front of Toby.
Okay. Sniff and Mona.
Alright, Mona is going to approach and attempt to channel Chili.
Yeah. Go for it. How does that work again?
Let me see here. I believe I subtract my con stat, which
Okay.
at the moment is 20. And then if
Yeah.
that's...
So
like-
that does
so-
not work.
Yeah.
Will Sniff be doing anything?
No, Sniff is gonna hang back.
Okay. Diamond, please roll for Chili.
Okay.
So, after having set the Swablu ablaze, it's gonna yawn and curl up and just kind of lie there. It's not asleep. One might say it's loafing around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll take that.
Alright. Joy's like, is,
Nope.
is it okay?
Nope.
It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Don't worry about it for now.
I made a
Darmanitan.
really good impression, guys.
Darmanitan is going to use Headbutt.
Uh-oh.
Darmanitan is going to miss.
Good.
Yep. We are now on Sniff's turn.
Can I just defer to Toby because she's within
Yes.
range now? Alright.
Yeah. Toby's gonna approach and use Calming Vibe.
Alright. That will give Mona advantage on her channeling check.
Okay.
And Chili does not make an aggressive action towards you right now.
Okay.
Alright then. I will attempt to channel her again.
Okay.
So advantage,
Yeah.
you say?
That definitely worked. I don't even need to check the Does a 0 succeed? Which, by the way, the answer is yeah, a 0 can fail in the system, but it's just not one of those times. There are certain legendaries that require you to roll like a -50.
Oh, wow.
Right.
The most disgusting thing I've ever seen. But yeah, Chili is sufficiently calmed down. Yay!
Thanks, everyone.
The battle is won.
Alright.
I feel like Paprika's just laying there unconscious, but with a death grip on the bird. Got her into this mess.
Good. It deserves it.
Yeah, Mona probably tries to reach down and, like, pick up the Swablu off of Paprika, and her hand is just, like, tightened around its wing.
The frying pan is in her other hand, like ready to like strike, except she's unconscious, so it's just kind of like in an awkward position on the ground.
That's outstanding.
All right. So I'm going to take this individual. And that is going to be... That's experience for that fight.
Woo.
And on that note, I'm gonna suggest we take a very brief 5-minute break, and then we will resume the session once I make a phone call.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I will.
How much experience does Bismuth get for that again?
500.
Okay. Oh, right,
Yeah.
it's half.
Does Arthur actually get experience?
No.
Okay.
Would you have had him do a thing? You know what? Yes, he can have the 250 experience. He is. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, give him 250. I don't. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Cool. I will be right back.
I put him up to level 29.
Oh,
That's
well,
hilarious.
great.
And reversal.
He did absolutely nothing and gets rewarded.
Sounds about right, honestly.
That's the
Yeah.
best way to live.
Oh, I wish I could be like that.
I will also be right back.
Oh no, don't abandon us.
I'm not. I just want water.
I was kidding.
Yeah, reversal's great. I'll take it.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if it was ever, like, established exactly what Arthur's moveset is, because he has, like, all the moves Ryoru can learn at that level.
Oh, I don't know.
Was that up to me?
Something to ask Kyle about, I guess. I'm tired.
I have the feeling it would have been up to me to fix that.
Probably.
Maybe I'll fix it now. So let's see. It's 6 moves, right? So is what we've been working with.
I don't remember, I think. Maybe?
Looks about right, although Chili has 8. Or wait, no. That's 2 abilities because she's level 40. And one of them is a
right.
TM, I think? Or does that...
Are you expecting me to remember things about stuff? Because, I mean...
Well, Kyle's not here right now, so I have no one else to talk to.
I guess.
Unless PK for some reason knows.
Hey PK, do you know the rules of this obscure system that's heavily homebrewed? Help us, PK Lost. You're our only hope.
Dang it. He hit us with the shrug.
What's that?
Oh no.
So Kyle, how many, like, it's 6 moves, right?
Actually level you up.
It did.
It did.
That's amazing. So it is 6 moves via. Okay, you can have 8 moves total. Up to 6 of those can be naturally learned. Up to 4 of those can be TM or tutor.
Ah, okay. And Arthur's moveset is not, like, it's got too many moves on it.
Does it?
Yeah. I don't know if it was supposed to be up to me to fix that, or...
Yeah, it was supposed to be up to you to fix that.
God dang it.
Back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Hey.
I guess I'll
So-
fix that now.
Yep. How'd you like Boss Blue?
That was
I
pretty great.
adored it.
I love it.
Would have been even more of a boss if I hadn't whiffed its most powerful move on a fairy type because I'm a genius.
That was funny.
Yes. I was like, of course I knew that. Yes, it was my plan all along. You must learn to fear his power.
It's like, you were like, Dragon Rush. I was like, wait a second.
It can get Dragon Rush. I didn't make that up. It's just
No, it was, like, that's fine. I was just like, wait a second on the, hitting a fairy type with it.
Yep, you're 100% right.
That's not a thing you
Okay,
can
I
do.
never accuse Boss Blue of being smart.
It is a
Just
wild
of being
Pokemon.
amazing.
And then 1 stat point.
So after you calm down, Chili, we're all ready to go, right?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
After you calm down, Chili, Joy's kind of like, you don't need to explain it to me, but you're gonna need to explain that to the guys in charge, like, you know, unknown factors and all that.
Alright, that's fair.
All right. As long as you promise, I won't ask any more questions.
Paprika, who you should be asking, and she's a little indisposed.
That's
Yeah.
true.
We're gonna need to take like a a bit of a break.
Yep, you guys
I'll
can.
see that Swablu using Dragon Rush. Because I didn't know they could do that.
Me either, but at this point, I've stopped questioning things.
Excellent. Gotta be honest, I was considering catching it with the Pokeball I have, but
You have a Pokeball?
we've been over this.
Oh wait, yeah, that's right. You guys.
Can't blame us. It's been a couple weeks for our players, so.
What? What? Anyway, I just didn't think I had the authority to make that judgment call, so
It's whatever. Mona would probably try to pry the Swablu off of Paprika.
Nope. Not letting go of that Swablu. This is now a forever feud.
Oh my god. A forever feud.
all right.
Could we do something about this? I feel
Paprika,
like we
make a
could.
strength check at advantage versus Mona normal.
Okay.
It's a dead heat. It's a draw.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah. My -1 versus her -4.
It's this epic tug of war with a Swablu in the middle between Paprika's unconscious body and Mona fully conscious, like pulling as hard as she can.
And Toby's just like quietly watching, like. Okay. This is fine.
I think after a moment, Sniff would just kind of swat Mona's hand away. just kind of give her a look like, just let it be.
Yeah.
Really? Don't you think Sniff would be more likely to give like a tap on the thigh for that extra cold?
Well, now that you mention it,
True.
yeah, maybe he would.
Bit of a natural prankster, as you'll recall.
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, that... I haven't been giving Sniff enough characterization.
How dare you?
I'm doing my best to do it occasionally, but it's tricky. Got a lot of characters in play. But anyway, yeah, so you guys are totally allowed to take a break if you want. There's a river for river activities. There is a plains for plains activities. There are trees for trees activities. There
Wow,
are
so
Swablu
many
for tug of war
options.
activities.
Yeah, I think Toby's leaving that one alone.
I'm just gonna try to revive whenever I can. That's my activity.
Wait a little bit. You took a solid hit blow to the head.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a red mark on just the center of your forehead. The beak just impacted your skull. Yeah. So I'm assuming you guys are gonna rest up until conscious.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys wait around for a little bit. Everybody is gonna get let's call it an eighth of their HP back. You take a long break. It's like early afternoon, like 1:30. It was maybe about 9 a.m. when this happened. So at this point, Chili has Paprika has regained consciousness.
Yay!
And Paprika, as you regain consciousness, actually let me do this first before I is there a way to add a fraction of HP to a token?
Just put the fraction in.
Yep.
Beautiful. You wake up, and the first thing you see is Mona, who's looking in your direction. But she's not looking at you. It takes you a moment to realize this. She's looking just next to you. And just next to you is the Swablu.
Yeah.
Who has its talons on the handle of your frying pan and is desperately trying to fly away with it and making zero progress. This has been going on for the last, 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I imagine Paprika's pretty disoriented for a few seconds, but she follows Mona's gaze and she looks at the Swablu and she's just like, what? And it dawns on her, it's like, wait a minute. And I'm sure she jumps up and tries to grab the bird again.
Yeah, that'll be a... Well, are you trying to grab it, or...
Grab
what
it
color?
to get off the frying pan. To
Yeah, you know
move
what?
it off.
I'm going to say you can definitely, with +5 dexterity, grab a roughly stationary bird. Yeah, I think I'll allow that. You do so.
You successfully grabbed the stationary bird.
She's just gonna be like, stop that.
I'm just gonna do this really fast because
I love this idiot bird.
well, you get 3 more HP because you're plot important. Anyway, it stares you down, and it looks smug.
Paprika just stares back, looking ticked.
I think you found your flying type, Paprika.
Slow turn towards Toby.
Toby
Now-
notices the danger in the situation and kind of inches away.
Now hold on, Toby. I'm just gonna point out. Not only does Paprika slow turn to you, the Swablu slow turns to you and stares you down as well.
Kidding. Oh boy.
Well, if you want to try another Pokeball, now's the time.
I would if I had another Pokeball. I am not letting this twerp get away.
Mona
And she
glances
just
at
kind
Joy.
of like tightens her grip a little.
The Swablu is pissed. It's not leaving without its prize.
Well, that's gonna be a difficult prize for it to win.
It's gonna put it over its fireplace.
Sits back, this old Swablu just leaning in a recliner, looking up at the frying pan mounted above its fireplace. With a glass of some dark-colored alcohol swirling it, thinking back about the good old days. You know, just classic Swablu things.
What the hell are we even talking about anymore?
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, Paprika, I would tell you that now would be the time to make a charisma check, but as long as you have the frying pan, the Swablu's not going anywhere. So
Okay.
it'll claim its prize eventually.
Paprika, I guess she realizes that by now, and she just lets go of the bird.
So you were holding the bird who was holding the frying pan?
She was.
So you let go, and there's this brief moment of, triumph in its eyes before gravity takes over, and it and the frying pan just plummets straight to the ground.
And now Paprika is looking smugly at the bird.
There are sparks flying between you two. If looks could kill, man.
The best entertainment that Toby has had in months.
So yes, similarly to Arthur, this Swablu's gonna stick around for a bit.
Oh my god.
I'm so glad.
Okay.
I'm so glad.
So again, you haven't caught it yet, but I hope that this is an acceptable completion of the special trio that I have kind of hinted at. That being said, it is a bit of a special Swablu. Obviously, it has Dragon Rush as one of its moves. And how do I... It also has a unique ability, or rather, a ability unique to it amongst Swablu.
Oh,
Oh my god.
dear God.
Oh,
Okay.
It has Anger Point.
that's amazing.
That's terrifying.
I'm in love with this bird. Kyle, you're a genius.
Why, thank you. So
Holy
yeah,
fuck.
I will, for all intents and purposes. There you go. You may name it, but it is in a very similar situation as Arthur, where it's following you around, but it's not a Pokeball.
I'm
Okay.
really glad that this is what we have.
Also, it only took me 25 sessions to get you a damn Swablu.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that I was obligated to catch the Swablu.
You were not obligated. That's the thing.
Then I am confused.
Well, I gave you an opportunity to catch a Swablu in session 1, and now in session 25, you have another opportunity to catch a Swablu.
Yeah.
I did
love
what I
this
set
group.
out to do in this campaign. My goal has been completed.
And it's the same Swablu, too.
It's the same Swablu, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is just so amazing.
It noticed your frying pan when it got close enough and was like, oh my god, this bitch. Alright. On that note, are you guys going to continue on to your destination?
I believe so.
Yes.
Alright. You guys get going. At some point, Carver showed up and left again. Just not gonna ask any questions here. You guys travel for a good part of the next day or two. It's definitely been a bit. So for all intents and purposes, let's call you guys all full health.
Okay.
Yay.
It's been relatively quiet. Oh, how do you do max HP? Max.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And you guys arrive in Coroway Town, which, as you guys do,
Oops.
you get an odd sense of deja vu, or you've been here before. The professor's lab was right outside of Coroway Town, way back all of those
Oh my
months
god.
ago.
Oh.
Well,
You have essentially navigated the entire region to make your way back to where you started.
way to break my brain, I guess.
Ooh, so that means we could theoretically visit the professor's lab, but he's probably not there.
Ah. I'm in the void.
Me too.
Same.
Damn it. And it's a really good map, too. I put a lot of work into it. Now it's the void.
There we go.
Oh, it's cute.
Hey.
So, the town, you guys can show up through one of the west entrances. I don't care which.
Okay.
So, Coroway Town, surprisingly, is very untouched by by conflict. There's obviously been some repairs that have been done on the outskirts of the town. You do notice a lot of damage, and you did come through like a sort of checkpoint, but they saw that you were with Joy, and you kind of passed without too many questions. The explanation of "I'm taking them to the leader," kind of, no more questions asked. They've got a lot to do. Everybody looks tired, but they're bustling around. They're transporting supplies to and from. There's a lot of people coming back from the front, for lack of a better term, and a bunch of people going out back in that way. From what you can gather, there's one front kind of to the northwest and one to the southwest. You guys came down the middle, where there was less activity. But anyway, you show up in town, and Joy says, if you need to rest up real quick, you can go to the Pokemon Center, but I'd advise that we just head straight over to the headquarters.
Yeah, let's just go.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yep. All right. I'm sure I shouldn't have to say this, but no, you'll be fine. I don't need to treat you like your kids. And
Oh boy.
No, I'm sorry. Just, be respectful. You're likely going to be meeting, the leader, very important person. Just don't.
Are they grumpy?
Oh no, he's fine. Yeah, just he's probably tired is all. There's a lot of work going on right now. I'm sure you understand. I don't mean to explain. You'll be fine. Well, most of you. And Swablu has taken to traveling on your shoulder, Paprika. And by your shoulder, I mean the handle of your frying pan. And by traveling, I mean is constantly trying to fly it out of your backpack.
Yeah, that's fine. Just leave it be
However,
for now.
It kind of goes with you by nature of how the physics work. So, I mean, it works.
I can't wait for it to evolve.
Oh god.
I can't let it evolve because then I'll be able to lift a frying pan.
Oh my god.
And probably
And
you
you.
with it.
Held item frying pan.
Held item paprika.
Oh no. Paprika is the weapon.
With paprika. Beats people with paprika. Paprika beats the people with the frying pan.
Oh, that's
Extra power.
wonderful.
So Joy takes you through the town, which honestly is mostly abandoned. There are a couple of people who seem like they were injured at one point. There's like bandages, like someone has their arm in a cast, who's kind of relaxing on a bench by the water. But everybody else seems to be either working or resting, like sleeping. But she leads you through the town, and you end up at this large building on the farthest section of town, way over here. And she tells you to wait a moment as she goes inside. The Darmanitan stays out there with you, and once again points at his eyes and points to you, and points at his eyes and points to you, and kind of just sits there like, come on, please disobey, please.
Mona casts a glance at Arthur just to make sure.
Toby just like stares at it.
Yeah.
With no expression.
Arthur all of a sudden catches your glance and looks at you and looks back at the Darmanitan. It's like, I'm not crazy.
Whew. Okay.
We weren't
Be
sure.
much more useful as a disciple than an enemy, please.
Good. At least you have some common sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
please. Please, my poor disciple. My sense is far from common. That's why I am the master.
I need to roll to see if Toby actually gets that.
Go for it.
Damn it! It's like that. I think the most she gets is that he said something that he doesn't fully understand. Anyway.
So a few minutes pass by before Joy reemerges and welcomes you all into the building. It seems like it was just a standard kind of like really small office building. There's really like, you're surprised by how mundane it is. There's a bunch of people doing work and like going over what appears to be a bunch of reports and information. But other than that, you are escorted into a large conference room. With a bunch, there are some...
I'm in the void.
I'm
Yeah, I
fine
know,
this
right?
time.
Me too.
Well, congratulations. Yay! I
So
can see.
you guys enter from the north, and Joy walks in and sits down over here. Carver has since caught up with you, and he stands over here with his ambipom, and the Darmanitan just kind of hangs out.
Oh, never mind.
Let's see. What kind of music would be appropriate now?
Yeah. So just to give a brief description of the conference room, it's very much like any standard corporate conference room. There's a bunch of, minor decorations around. You got some plants, got a couple of bookshelves, some like, not blackboards, but you get the idea, like, two surfaces which can be projected on and also written on if possible. Kind of like a smart board, but not exactly. There's a bunch of packets of paper out at various seats, and there is actually food at the head of the table.
What kind of food?
Yeah.
It's a plate, it's like single serving of some very, you'd imagine bland. It's like Paprika, you could tell pretty obviously, yeah, this is like the rebel equivalent of rations. You've got like a small portion of chicken that looks like they barely used any seasoning on it.
Chicken?
Rice.
What's chicken?
You get the freaking point here, okay?
Toy chicken.
Or chicken. And
Love
like
you, Kyle.
a couple of assorted vegetables that look like they came straight out of a freezer bag. Nothing extravagant at all. But yeah, there does appear to be a meal at the head of the table.
After hoofing it for so long, it probably looks more appetizing than whatever we've been living on.
What are you talking about? We got paprika.
I was gonna say,
You know
wait
what?
a
Never
second.
mind. Oh wait, I forgot about that somehow. Never mind. In which case, Toby's looking with mild distaste.
Are you guys gonna sit down?
Oh, sure.
Right, yeah, sorry.
That's probably fine.
Where should we sit?
Maybe a little bit further away from that end of the table.
What?
Mona just shrugs and scoots down one seat.
That's probably good.
Toby shrugs and makes her way over to sit next to Mona.
Okay.
Oh no.
I have expected Arthur to just claim the head seat.
Of course. He would, though.
You
He
know what?
absolutely would.
You're
No.
right.
No. Oh my gosh.
After a couple of moments, the door opens, and an individual steps into the room. She's a woman wearing very actually, believe it or not, just like the sprite, like Pokemon Ranger getup. And the second she walks through the door, Joy kind of stands up at attention. There's no salute involved, but it's like, you know, I am standing up. Someone very important has just entered the room.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll to see if Toby notices. Okay, yeah, Toby notices.
You've been enough, like, kind of around, sort of, for what I'm gonna call boardroom culture,
that makes sense.
You're probably, the second you see Joy go to stand up, you're probably like half step behind.
Yeah, she's used to the kind of vibes that important people give off.
Mona just kind of looks around at everyone. Should I be?
Paprika gets it, and she stands up, but she has like an eyebrow raised.
Mona's probably
You find
the
it's
last
a
to
bit
stand
easier to stand up than usual, as Swablu is pulling on your frying pan to help out. But once you stand up and the Swablu sees this person, the Swablu kind of calms down a bit and is like, "We'll continue this later."
up.
Okay.
Love it so much.
She regards you all with critical yet tired eyes. By the way, is Mona standing up?
Yeah.
Okay. She looks at Joy and says, "Joy, who are these people?"
This is what you bring me?
Oh, Miss Tierra, they are potential promising new recruits. And Sierra seems mildly surprised at that. Like, really? And why do you say promising? Joy's kind of lost for a moment. It's kind of like, well, you see,
We have Pokemon.
yes, that they have Pokemon. And
Paprika palms.
Sierra like peeks around you guys like, I can see that. Is there something about the Pokemon that makes them? You know what? Whatever. We'll go over it in a moment. And takes a seat. And begins to kind of like put her elbows on the table, hand in her head, and is like reading the report that's out in front of her. Occasionally, she flips a page, but other than that, that's about it.
Toby's also glancing over the whatever's on the table in front of her.
So it appears to be a lot. It's like dense military reporting about like different news from the fronts, different statistics of who got injured, specific anything important that happened. It's very dry and it doesn't reveal a lot. It's kind of like the sort of thing that even if the enemy got a hand on it, it wouldn't give them much. It's probably being used as kind of like a base for the discussion that's about to occur, and not like, here's all of the confidential details about all of our movements, sort of thing. It's pretty difficult to understand anyway. It's not written for someone who's not specifically. You get what I'm saying.
Okay.
A few more moments pass after you guys have gotten settled down, and the door on the left over here flies open, and it actually collides with the potted plant, and a piece of the terracotta cracks off and falls to the
Aw.
ground
Uh.
as this guy bursts into the room, and he looks over and he looks down and he's like, "Ooh, now that was there when I got here, correct?" And he looks out to you guys
Really?
with some level of authority, and he's like, "Right."
Yeah, sure.
Mona shrugs.
Mm-hmm.
You learn. You know what? I'll find out who you are in a moment. And he sits down. As he passes the drink, he actually, or the food, the place setting, he actually takes a sip of the drink
What?
and then sits
Oh.
down.
Enjoy your mono.
And Sierra doesn't notice, but Joy is kind of like choking on air, like, ah. Cannot believe what she just witnessed. But she kind of tries to like quietly cue you guys in. These two are the generals that lead the forces on both of our fronts.
No wonder you're so amazed.
Oh.
They are really impressive.
I see.
And after a few more minutes pass. Moments makes it sound like it was instantaneous. The door opens, and a tired man in a business suit, like a three-piece sort of business suit, enters the room.
Sure.
And takes a seat, or begins to walk over to the table, but upon you seeing him, your outburst grabs his attention. He's like, "God, excuse me. One moment. I haven't done this voice in so long, guys. It's been so long."
To do to get into character is go. Would you like
dear.
some tea?
Oh,
Trust
dear
me, just saying a thing in a character's voice sometimes. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, dear me. Toby, you scared me. Jeez. Toby.
Sorry.
Mona, Paprika. Oh my. And he rushes around the table, and he almost can't pick a direction at first, but he picks this way, and he gives you a hug, Mona.
Professor?
Nah, man, this calls for a group hug
Yes,
Yeah.
there is.
with Swablu.
Joy is choking on the air that is still left, like. He's, "Oh my goodness, I wasn't able to contact you. I had no idea if you were all right, and you're here, and oh my, that. Would you like some tea? We'll do this here. Very important now. Excuse me." And he kind of like returns himself to his other state and goes to sit at the head of the table.
Oh boy. This is a thing.
Wow.
And he takes a moment to take some bites of the food that has been set out for him, and he seems expectedly disappointed with it, but doesn't say much.
I can feel that.
Well, all right then. Given the unusual attendance for this meeting, I believe a brief round of introductions are in order. Well, you all know me. I don't need to introduce myself. This gentleman on my right is Reynard Underhill. He is the main general of our forces to the northwest, in charge of what we're calling the Snowy Frontier. He is expert at using that area to his advantage. Grew up in Anastar City and spent a lot of time in the mountains, so he is invaluable in making it difficult for us to be breached on that front. The lady on my left here, Sierra Garrett, she is the general for our southwest front. The Lost Woods, we've been able to ally with some of the more powerful Pokemon there, and due to the confusing maze-like nature of the Lost Woods, we have been able to keep our opponents at bay there for now. I'm sure you've already met Joy, one of our most experienced scouts, getting us information from beyond the front lines. Her contributions to this group have been invaluable, and Joy is blushing, not making eye contact, like, not now, please. Doesn't like. He does skip over Carver, and these three are Mona in the purple, Toby with the tie and blonde hair, and Paprika with the red hair, are the three people who passed through my lab this year to start their Pokemon journey. Forgive my outburst earlier, but I'm just surprised to see them well. Anyway, the purposes of this information is to share, of this meeting is to share intel. So let's get started with that. Reynard, let's have you start. He kind of stands up, and he does appear, he holds himself like a military general. He does also have facial hair, contrary to what his a nice beard, contrary to what his portrait depicts. He clears his throat. Yes. What?
I'm sorry that PK's... I don't know how many of you could see the chat, but PK's just like, the Swablu chirps.
You know what? That's perfect. That's a built-in excuse.
That is completely perfect.
He clears his throat and it's like, as you've explained, we've been holding them back on the northwestern front for quite a while now. They're starting to get more creative, trying to use different, more risky areas of the mountain to get past us, but they have had no luck. I know the area too well. We've discovered a sort of man-made structure built into the path about halfway. We're unsure what it is. It's empty, but we've been using it as kind of a pseudo base of operations for anybody that's out close to the front lines. There's often conflict in that area roughly twice a day, so it's good to have a kind of a place to go back and rest. Anytime we try to get close to the mountain, as we've been top of the mountain, as we've been trying to do, we are pushed back by an army of Snover. Unsure what holds at the top, but as far as we can tell, if we are facing this much resistance, our enemies likely are as well. We'll continue to look into if there's anything of, strategic advantage at the top, but other than that, it's been business as usual. And he kind of sinks back down into his seat. I'd like all of you real quick to roll a intelligence check.
Oh boy.
Toby knows everything.
Pi meters north, and then about pi to the 10th power, straight up.
Thanks. Good to know.
That joke never gets old.
So pi meters north would imply that it's almost directly above us.
Correct.
Oh my.
But anyway, when he talks about this man-made structure built into the side of the mountain.
Yeah, I was thinking
It's a bunker.
exactly what I think you're about to tell me.
Yes. Yep. Then you're correct. Would you like to explain to everybody else in case they haven't caught on yet?
Yeah, the that room that we found when we got caught in that blizzard,
Yeah.
when we ended up finding this weird little room tucked in and waiting out the storm in there. I'm pretty sure that's what they're referring to.
Yes. That had turned out to be the start of a base for this group way back in session 4, as you mentioned, being 21 sessions ago. So it is now being repurposed and currently being used by the rebels as kind of like a resting point when getting very deep into, the thick of things. Sarah gets up next and essentially, well, yes, it's just as you explained. Our enemies are trying to get more creative. They're trying to start to go around the southern part of the forest, but they are finding that area no less well guarded and even less hospitable than the rest of it. So we'll keep an eye on it, but I'm sure that they'll refocus north shortly. We have had two of our own get lost in the Lost Woods. They've been missing for about a day and a half now, but we hope that soon that they will turn up. We have some of the Pokemon we've allied with keeping an eye out, but we can't divert too much attention, unfortunately. I'll keep you posted if we need to send out a search party if it gets much longer. Other than that, the Trevenant have been especially helpful recently, keeping our opponents at bay, although we're not sure how much longer we'll have their support for. I'm not saying that I think anything is imminent, but they can probably pull out of the conflict without any repercussions, so they're mostly just assisting us on good faith right now. If the other side finds a way to sway them, there's not much we can do. And after giving her report, she sits down. There's a bit of an awkward silence before you might notice Carver tap Joy on the shoulder, and it's like, "Oh, right. So I journeyed to the Pokemon League. It's still in the same condition. We encountered 2 different enemy patrols. One of which we snuck by, just to the. They were just to the south of the Pokemon League. I've already informed the guards on the way in where they were, although that information is a couple days outdated now, so we'll see if it's useful. We also encountered another patrol just to the west of the Pokemon League, which is where I located these 3, they had just defeated it. We managed to scrape up a bunch of supplies, including a couple of potions and various revival items. They have been already dispersed at the supply house and are going out to the troops as we speak. However, we also found these, and she takes 2 Pokeballs and rests them on the table, and everybody, the 3 main people in the room perk up at this revelation. And Joy basically says, "Well, that's the end of the report. I brought these 3 back because they seemed like they'd be well qualified to join us in some capacity." Um, she kind of leaves it at that. Professor Sassafras let's make sure that everybody has gotten what to say what they wanted to, and then says, "Ah, yes, that is to be expected. Do keep me posted on those two lost souls. It may be prudent to send out a search party sooner rather than later, but let's give them a little more time. We can't. Yeah." I guess that on that note, this is probably where I can excuse the generals. You guys have important work to do, and I suspect that the next conversation will not need your input. Please get some rest and then return to the front lines. Your efforts are deeply appreciated. And they both these two actually do give a sort of salute. It's not a traditional salute. They kind of have put like a closed fist over their heart. Not underhanded. It's kind of like their arm is level with their shoulder, if that makes sense, and then their fist is across their chest over their heart. But it doesn't appear to be any real official thing. It's just something they've adopted. And both of them leave kind of without a word. They seem very tired and are probably going to sleep before traveling back to their respective locations.
Yikes.
Joy, could you please do me a favor? Yes. How can I help? Can you please go put on some water for some tea?
Aww.
And Joy is like, yes, sir, and leaves. Quickly goes out the door, to accomplish just that. And Carver kind of bows as he leaves. Again, there's no real official sign of, support. And with that, the room is left with you three and the professor.
Wow.
Professor? How did you become the leader of the resistance?
Well, it's quite a long story, actually. I guess I'll start back at roughly the beginning. The day our enemy took over, I was able to gather up most of our research supplies, albeit not most of the equipment, from our lab in Lumios, and was barely able to escape. We were aided by some outside forces in accomplishing that task. And we retreated to my lab. Thankfully, it turned out that some strong Pokemon trainers from Pokemon League and just various other areas happened to have enough that Coroway Town was mostly under our control, which was fortunate. At that point, we all gathered, and apparently my qualifications as a professor leave me to be the most qualified member of what was left. I don't know. People seem to want me in the role. I couldn't really help out on the front lines, so I guess I'll be pushing off my retirement a little bit longer.
Sounds like...
Yeah, that honestly about sums it up, doesn't it? I've been able to continue my research, Paprika. We'll talk more about that later. And meanwhile, I've been helping to direct the forces. Honestly, I'm mostly a figurehead at this point. Beyond my research, there's not much I can do to contribute. I'm the tie-breaking decision.
It sounds like everyone really respects you, though. That's important.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Well,
hear so.
you can't discount morale.
You're quite right. That's why I haven't said much of anything against the idea, but it is what it is. Shortly afterwards, we launched a couple of raids of Anastar City and oh dear me, the name Snowbell City, of course. And we're able to take them over with minimal resistance. Unfortunately, we were not able to get to everybody before some had surrendered their Pokemon or put them back on their Pokeballs per se, but we were able to save a couple of people to increase our numbers. And we've spent the last several months, or I don't even know, weeks, months, how long has it been? Just trying to maintain a sense of normal here. Although, as you can tell, we're not doing quite a good job at that. It's mostly either you're out working or out on patrol or fighting. I'm honestly not sure how much longer we can keep this up. I would imagine that the reason we've held out so long is because the enemy is securing its control over other parts of the region. As far as I'm aware, as far as our reports tell us, we are the only independent cities in the eastern half of Kalos. We've not been able to gather any more information about anything out west. Last I heard, you guys were out west. What can you tell us about there?
I mean, we mostly stayed away from populated areas, so we don't know a whole lot about that. We've kind of been roughing it.
Yeah, that just seemed like the best course of action given what just happened.
That seems perfectly logical. He goes to take another bite of food and just kind of... He takes it and he's not pleased with how it tastes, but he just keeps going. Where were you when it all... Tell me what happened from the beginning.
It's a
And
long story.
I'm going to say this is probably insert last 6 to 7 sessions here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, sounds like a great time for a time skip.
It's a beautiful time skip. At some point, Joy has returned with tea, and that is where the scene resumes. You are all, assuming you are partaking, sipping tea.
Oh yeah.
Arthur at some point insisted on having a cup of tea because, you know, he is your equal, your superior even, and he should be allowed to partake as well. He has spent the last several minutes of the conversation attempting to maneuver it in his hands because he can't really grip it right, but he's not going to admit that he can't.
Aw.
He
God.
spent the last several minutes attempting to like every minute he manages to struggle a sip out of the cup and then lays it down like, I am the best tea drinker there ever was. And then goes to take another sip and it's like a shaky mess for another, 60 seconds. And then takes a sip and puts it down like, I am a dignified individual who has done this many, many times before, yes.
Glances over every so often and seems to be wondering if she should offer assistance or not.
I was just snickering to herself.
So you guys recount the entire tale about how that day you encountered the masked man, or now the unmasked man, in the cave with the snag machine. It turned out that Olivia, the guide that he had signed up for you,
Stupid son of a
Oh,
goddamn
He sure knows how to pick them.
and he at the time apologizes profusely and says that it was a rush and he was busy with his research, and it just seemed like I guess I should have figured it out. It was too easy.
I still haven't been able to figure out why they decided to stick her with us, though.
Who knows?
Not like we're the only trainers traveling right now, and not even full-fledged, and...
You've gotten mixed up in their activities before they went public with it all, so maybe it was their way of monitoring you. Who knows?
There's also the fact that we have foreign Pokemon.
And maybe they wanted to keep an eye on Chili.
That's all possible, and who would have thought that the saving grace for you all would have been some foreign Pokeballs? I guess I'll touch on that real quick before you proceed any further with your story. It turns out that not all foreign Pokeballs were saved from the signal that is causing them to be as such. We have many people who are from out of town whose Pokemon are sealed at this moment, so it seems like it was a programming luck of the draw, as it were. We're doing research to try to figure out how to get them unlocked, and we're partway there, but without some more technical know-how, I don't know how much further we're gonna get.
Toby, almost without thinking about it, pulls out a luxury ball and looks sadly at it. It's Ivan. She's sad about her boy.
He was too powerful.
He got the hardest nerf of all.
Yep. You guys then talk about how you roughed it through the plains of southern Kalos, ran into wild Pokemon on numerous occasions, got ambushed in the night at least twice.
We met Mufasa.
And he wasn't dead.
Oh man.
Lordy.
Upon the mention of so how about you tell that part of the thing real quick? I guess we'll RP that real fast.
Oh no, effort.
Okay. So there we were in the plains, minding our own business, and then there was a stampede, and there were a bunch of Zeepstrika running.
Why?
Yeah, and we found out what they were running from. I think it was six Pyroar?
It's like 5 or 6.
5 or 6? Yeah.
A bunch.
And somehow we defeated the Pyroar, and then we met the biggest Pyroar.
Biggest Pyroar?
Biggest Pyroar.
Yeah, he was huge.
Did he call himself anything?
EG, I believe.
Ah. I'm glad to hear he's doing well.
You know him?
Yes. I that I do.
You care to explain?
No.
I don't well, I guess if anyone would find out first, I guess it makes sense that you three would. So when I was younger, I in addition to being a researcher, I traveled to all the various regions in the world. I've I've been to Hoenn and Johto and Kanto, and I've been all over the place. Albeit Kalos is and always will be my home, but during this time I too trained Pokemon. You may now know them as the Mystic Six.
What?
What?
Wait. Those are...
They were your Pokemon?
Well, they still are, but I've been so focused on my research for so long that I'm not able to give them the proper attention that they deserve, and everybody seemed willing to scatter themselves across the region and check in every once in a while. It's been quite a while since I've seen Earl Grey.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Which one is Earl Grey?
That's EG.
He's Earl
Oh.
Grey and he's hot.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
it's also a T.
Yes.
Yeah. He
But the
named
fact
them all
that it's
after
the-
T, didn't he?
The fact that it's a fire type. The fact that it's a fire type that's Earl Grey delights me, though. Because he's T, Earl Grey, hot.
Yep.
You know.
Okay, but Professor,
Yeah.
these Pokemon, EG, whatever, Earl Grey, whatever, he was massive, and he had like, he talked to me.
Look at his daughter. She's massive.
Absolute unit!
Oh my. He's certainly been busy.
Don't put it like that.
How in the heck do you get Pokemon that are that majestic?
Oh, please. Mona, you're gonna make me blush. Well, when you've trained Pokemon for as long as I have, and gone to as many places as I have,
That's... No! There are other people who have all that experience and knowledge and... But... I've
Shouldn't you
never
be
seen or
that
heard, like... What? How?
do you really think it's that big of a deal?
It's just not something you see every day.
Yeah,
What do you
most
mean?
famous-
I've seen
the
it
most
every day
famous
for
professor
years.
in the world, Professor Oak from Kanto, whatever, was like, I've never heard of him raising Pokemon like that. Like, everyone knows him.
Toby,
And-
put
and
Lee
so
on the
the-
table. I don't think the professor understands.
She picks up the absolute unit and somehow manages to lift this giant buff cat.
Look at this.
Look at her.
What?
You place it on the table, and the left side of the table fails its strength check.
Now I'm even more amazed that Toby managed to pick her up.
Two
Yeah.
of the legs on that side of the table snap. The table falls. The professor's food slides straight to the floor, and all the papers do as well. And there's this cacophony before everything kind of quiets down, and there's this awkward silence for a few moments. And he's like,
Oh shoot.
well, when you put it that way,
I think you put some mutants out into the wild, man.
I guess
Oh,
I
God.
see your point. Huh.
Oh my god.
Maybe I should research that at some point. I never thought
How
to do
did you do this?
Please teach us your ways.
Yeah,
Yes, I want Chili to be an absolute unit.
yeah.
Maybe another time.
I miss there. This is the best time for there to. Oh my
What?
God.
What?
See?
What does it mean when a table strength or succeeds its strength?
It spontaneously repairs itself.
Oh my god.
Well, then I guess Chili's just blessed.
Heck bless.
Uh,
Oh god,
Well-
someone help! I can't stop laughing.
beyond the fact that I don't know how I did what I did,
Uh,
I'll probably have to look into that another time. God, I'm never gonna retire.
Oh my god. Professor, how did you raise these Pokemon without knowing it?
I mean, I always knew that they were larger than average, but I don't know. Like, there were so many other fascinating things in the world. Never had time to really stop and pay attention.
Professor. Toby just has no words anymore. She's just like, oh boy.
All right, and you guys continue the conversation. You talk about the time you met Arthur, and Arthur is again takes a break from his very professional tea drinking to to absorb your praise of his greatness.
We tried so hard and got so far.
And it essentially ends up at the current time. Well, that is sounds like you've had quite the time getting here. I said this earlier, but I'm so relieved to see you all okay. Oh, that was everything of your story, correct? You wouldn't have happened to have heard from Riley or Amelia, have you?
No.
No.
We were worried, but we haven't had any way to check on them.
That's troublesome. Well, I know at the very least, those two can hold their own, and assuming they had any Pokemon out when it all happened, I'm sure that they are somewhere and safe. Well, relatively safe, that is.
That's reassuring. Hmm.
Paprika just shrugs.
Yes, I've investigated sending out scouting parties further to the west to try and locate, well, them and anyone and any information, but it's just too far of a journey for anybody to make right now, and we
I've
just don't
been
know
worried
what-
about my parents. This is their company after all.
Yes, well, if it's any consolation, Toby, it's pretty clear to us that they had no part in that. Well, the leadership, anyway. You can't
Yeah.
exactly help what everybody in our cause feels, and if that's going to be a sticking point for them, well, unfortunately, their numbers matter a little bit more than them having the correct opinion, for very much lack of a better term. I'm sure that their lack of involvement in this will come out in due time, but for now, they need.
Want
need
them to be
someone-
okay.
I hope everybody is okay. And from what info we've gathered, those that don't resist are not harmed, and those who do, we haven't heard much about that, but from what we understand, those who resist are usually those who are capable of resisting. That is how we have gotten a decent number of our members in the last month or so. I guess that being said, Mona, Toby, Paprika, will you join our cause?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's better than wandering aimlessly.
Yeah. Let's
Ain't
do
that-
this.
All right.
Toby's just like, duh.
I do have one condition,
That-
though.
Oh,
Well, Mona sends out Sniff. We were actually, well, yeah, we mentioned that we were on our way to Frost Cavern, since we really had no other idea where else to go, and I would like to complete that objective to get Sniff to his fullest potential.
I
The shiny or Dawnstone's around. Is it shiny stone or Dawnstone? That I think it's a Dawnstone. Anyway, yeah,
Stone.
she says that.
Yes, I certainly agree. You three are definitely some of the most powerful members of the Resistance now that you've joined.
Really?
Oh yes. We've mostly been holding them back with deals with wild Pokemon and the occasional few strong members we have, such as Joy here. And Joy, who has very much been not involved in this conversation, and has mostly been just like tending to the tea.
Aw.
Is like, oh come on, Professor, I'm not that strong. The Darmanitan.
You're Darmanitan.
The Darmanitan kind of shoves her over, and she falls onto one of the other cushions, and's like, "Are you freaking serious?" And like just very overtly looks you all dead in the face and just flexes as hard as he can.
He does.
Oh,
Oh my god. That's great.
Too modest as always, Joy.
I
Well,
love
anyway.
that Darmanitan.
On that note, I think it's fitting to make you all lieutenants.
Oh, what?
That probably doesn't mean much to you. Well, I'm the commander, it seems, and I don't know why they decided that the person with no knowledge of actual military rank was going to decide what each role was called, but, well,
Can I get a hierarchy of the role?
yes, I am the commander. The next row below me is our generals. We have 2. And then the next role is lieutenants. And then there's everyone else. We really don't have enough positions for there to be anybody much higher, so there you are.
Wow.
That places you in the higher parts of the organization, but it is a combination of trust and skill that gives you this position.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Does that mean we outrank that Carver guy?
Mona, no.
Boy.
Joy, Professor Sassafras does not know who you're talking about, but Joy fills in like, yes, actually, you do.
Just
She
like an
looks
evil
worriedly
chuckle.
at Mona, like,
Mona, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm perfectly fine. she kind of like leans
That's
back.
excellent. I'm glad to hear that you're excited for the role.
Is Carver so good at stealthing that the professor doesn't realize he's there?
Carver left when the generals left. He's out doing other things. I guess I'll give this one to you for free. You get the feeling that the reason Professor Sassafras doesn't know who he is because he kind of only keeps track of the generals and maybe the lieutenants and is kind of just wrapped up in his research otherwise. So he probably has never heard Carver's name before.
You know what? That's valid. I have so many people who recognize me when I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going, Leon? I'm like, I don't know who you are, but hi, how's it going?
Trust me, I am so happy for the greeting. Oh, hey, how's it going? Being widely accepted so I don't have to actually acknowledge people's names. It saves me so often.
I've gotten very good at having entire conversations without knowing who a person is.
Yep. It's kind of an acquired skill for the
I envy you guys.
I'm sorry, Diamond. That's incredible.
What?
What? Oh.
Oh.
What? What? Wait.
Lieutenant Chili.
Oh my god. Good. Good.
Yes, so that gives you quite a bit of freedom to organize your own efforts, although you do still answer to the generals, and I hope you would still listen to my ideas and incorporate them into your plans accordingly.
Of course.
Excellent.
Direction and people. Have people.
Oh. I guess we should probably know then. How many people are in the Resistance?
We have, like, command over people?
Well,
my Arceus.
you have authority over people, although
Wow.
I'm not sure if we'll be putting anybody under you at this time. I mostly leave such decisions to the generals. I imagine that when you go and talk with General Underhill in the north, you will probably something will happen then.
I'm sorry, I'm partly phlegm, partly I'm quietly dying over. Every time I hear Underhill, I think of Bilbo Baggins.
So,
yeah, ignoring me is probably the right play.
So anyway, our first priority will be to send you to the northwest. I think this is a good opportunity to kill two birds with one stone. We haven't been able to spare any experienced forces to try and get to the top of the mountain, but since we view that as a very strategic position right now, and your objective takes you there, and there appears to be some resistance in getting there, I think sending you three would be a good way to accomplish that goal.
Quick question. What kind of Pokemon were your 6? We know about the... Because we keep on running across just powerful Pokemon, and I want to know which ones are going to be, like, yours?
That's probably for the best. I mean, if it helps, if you're going to get into a conflict with any of them, if you offer them some tea, I'm sure they'll listen to what you have to say.
I do still have some tea.
Well, that's good to know.
Now that being said, I actually do have some information to present to you on that front. I've had it prepared for a while. Unfortunately, it is in a very poorly named document, so let me find out which one it is in.
Kyle!
Wombat, I have had this detail planned for over a year.
And you had all that time to rename the document.
Yes, I did. And guess what? I spent all that time planning campaign stuff instead. Is it in this one?
Oh my god. I may name my files really stupidly, but I at least try to make sure I know what I'm looking at.
Okay, you've literally named a map. We're gonna have fun with this map. Because that completely tells you everything you need to know, obviously.
Wait, I did?
Yes, you did.
Oh fuck, I don't remember.
Way back when I didn't understand how the program worked and you were still doing maps for me, I have a map that's like, because I said, "Oh, you guys are gonna have fun with this map," you named it that. Which, of course,
So I named it after something that you said, so it's
Yeah.
still technically your fault. I can sense Kyle's chagrin from here.
so, all right. Here's what here's what the professor will relay to you now. Well, you've met Earl Grey, of course. He likes to go by EG. Says it makes him sound more friendly. I don't know. He's a massive pyro. I wasn't sure how changing his name was going to accomplish that, but if it makes him happy, we'll go with it. Let's see. There is, and I will admit, I don't have names for all of them yet, but they will have names before next session, believe you me. There is my, my Crobat. He mostly took residence in Lumio City prior to the events of this. Ring any bells? No?
It
I
rings.
seem
I remember.
I seem to recall there was
Yeah.
a Crobat somewhere, but I don't remember.
It jumped in during the Session 9 boss fight with the crazy guy with the wind and chased them off at the end of that fight. I've seen her around once or twice, so I know that she hasn't been captured, which is good. I mostly have her doing long-range scouting. Of course, the information she can parlay to me is limited in scope, but we're getting information where we can. My Florgus is in the north, in the town with the fairy forest town. I don't remember the name off the top of my head.
Like that place.
She is, I have not heard from her since this began. But that's not to be expected. Or that's not to, yeah, that's to be expected. I imagine that either she is holding her own or has already fallen. Not one to give in easily, though, so I have faith. On the West Coast, I don't know where he is these days. I have a Slow King who hangs out there. I'm sure wherever he is probably safe as well. Smarter than I am, if I had to guess.
There's one Slow King that springs to mind, and I'm not sure if that's a coincidence or not. But I recall it being very eloquent as well, so...
That Slow King was actually owned by one of the Rowdy Rough Boys.
It was, I know.
Actually a different Slow King, yes.
Okay.
One of the few times in my story where a Pokemon is owned by two different major characters. Granted, it is a different Slow King. That was a normal-sized Slow King.
Okay, cool. Just double checking.
Got it.
I was pretty sure that it was a coincidence, but...
You have not met all of them.
Okay, cool.
My Flygon tends to hang out in the desert, although...
We've met that one.
Yes. I imagine that, yeah, she likes to travel the region. Can never quite nail her down. But, I haven't heard from her, so I'm not sure where she's at. And, last but certainly not least, I have an Obama Snow, who is probably the individual, who's making the northern part of the mountain difficult to pass. I was about to brief you on that.
That means you should go there, doesn't it?
Well, I would if I could, but I'm not allowed to leave the city. That's far too close to the front lines. The generals would not allow it. But I think I can send you in my stead, and hopefully the results will be similar. Albeit there's no way that... he was always a bit of a tactician, that one. I imagine that the Snover that he leads in that area are well organized, and there is probably no doubt in my mind that before you get to him, you will run into at least 3 of his patrols of Snover, so... It is probably no advantage for me to go, but... Again, I've told you what I know, and hopefully that will be enough to suffice.
All right, well, that is very good information. If we run into the Snover, there's a good chance we'll be able to just talk it out.
I hope so. Yes, unless someone else has gained a particular fondness for tea that has given him inverse directions, I'm sure that he will recognize one of our favorite pastimes and listen to what you have to say. Is there anything else that you feel needs to be said? It's getting terribly late, and you look at the time, and it has actually gotten to like 11 p.m.
Ooh.
Late as fuck o'clock.
Yeah, it is pretty late. You actually notice that Joy has kind of just decided, you know what, as good a place as any to fall asleep, and is quietly
Aww.
sleeping. Where
adorable.
Yep. And Darmanitan, if any of you look over, Darmanitan is there to point at his eyes, point at you, and then point at her eyes, and point to you.
Love that Darmanitan.
And then just kind of, like, you've never seen anybody, like, show off while lying down, but somehow it happened. And Darmanitan is keeping watch over her trainer.
I love that Darmanitan.
Yes. Before you go, it is late, but before you go, I almost forgot. And the 2 Pokeballs have been kind of sitting on the table the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets up and walks over. The Darmanitan kind of gives him the what, like, as passes, but mostly ignores. Grabs the Pokeballs and it's like, I will be sending one of these to the general on the southwest. Sierra can likely use another competent leader. Maybe something with the Trevenant can be arranged. The other one, however, and he rested on the table, I entrust to you.
Oh.
Oh.
Thank you guys so much for joining us and helping out, and most importantly, it's really good to see you all.
Aww.
Truly, it warms my heart that you are all safe.
Oh. Toby grins and she's just like, right back at you, Professor.
And on that note, I think it's time to go to sleep.
I agree.
Professor rounds the table and kind of like just doesn't let the food go to waste and kind of quickly eats it. And he's very visibly displeased with the quality.
Well, yeah, I imagine. And Toby glances at Paprika like, thank you.
I should really make him at least one meal before we go.
Yeah, probably. Poor guy.
And the man gives you all one last bittersweet smile before
Aw.
exiting the room and presumably going to bed. And on that note, that is where we are going to end session 25 of the campaign known as Toby and Friends.
I still can't believe that it actually ended up being called Toby and Friends.
Honestly, I've really warmed up to it because I was originally thinking of like some sort of how do I make a sneaky name that references what the villains are doing without giving it away? And I decided that the name was either going to be so vague it didn't mean anything or too specific and you'd catch on too quickly. So that's why I was stalling, and then you put Toby and Friends, and I'm like, that sounds good. I'll stall with Toby and Friends, and it grew on me, and it's what it's called.
Fantastic.
It's so perfect.
Toby is the protagonist, carte blanche.
Fantastic.
So yeah, as session 19 was kind of the introduction to a new phase of the campaign, welcome to session 25 being the opening to the next arc. You guys have joined the Resistance.
Huzzah.
Your goals will be combined with the Resistance's in order to hopefully, one, stay alive, and two, maybe take back the region if you're so inclined. There will be various objectives and missions that you can go on. I think the first one's pretty clear, so there's not multiple options. But I imagine that there will be a point in time in the future where there will be multiple things that you can do. You can generate different things that you want to do yourself. Like if you think, for example, I think we want to secure a base at the Pokemon League. I think it gives us a strategic point to launch further operations from. You can do that. You can also there's a bunch of different things you can do, and the generals and Professor Sassafras will be chiming in with their own ideas and other objectives as they arise, and it'll be up to you to kind of decide where you think your efforts will be best placed. It'll be interesting, and again, I've never done something like this before, so we'll be mostly playing it by ear, and I am welcome for your input at any time. But yeah. Next time on Toby and Friends, sounds like you're going to be making your way to a specific snowy mountain all along, after all.
Yay.
Good.
Oh, I will also mention that the professor mentioned that he's going to kind of go to the information network and see if he could track down the necessary evolutionary stones for your respective Pokemon.
Yay!
Oh.
So that is in the works. I think you guys have waited long enough. Just have to figure out the appropriate time. I will also say at this time, if you would like to simply catch either Arthur or the Swablu, you may do so. If you wish to keep that interaction as a plot point, you may also do that, but I figured it was only fair that I give you an opportunity and not keep forcing you to make charisma checks.
I mean, we do have 2 Pokeballs, so just one of them, or?
Oh, no. You have the right to catch Arthur if you want, or you can keep it as something to work towards. And Paprika has the right to catch the Swablu if she wishes, or not. Entirely up to you.
I might have to think about that. I think that deserves, remember how I did, a little write-up for,
yes,
the Riley Cross?
Yeah.
You know what? If you are thusly motivated, I won't force you, but that would make me feel a lot better. If you can come up with a good write-up about exactly how that all went down, that would be awesome. That would be excellent. I'd love to have you guys post that in the campaign teasers thing. The last one you did, still incredible.
It was so good.
So freaking good.
Why, thank you.
So if you want to do anything along those lines, I more than welcome it. I love when my players put in additional effort outside of the stuff I tell you guys to do.
Yeah, I think I'll work on that at some point.
Excellent. So we should be good for at least the next 2 weeks. I imagine our next session will be somewhere around the 5th or the 12th of October. So you have a little bit of time. But you have any more questions about anything that happened? Maybe any information you think would have been divulged during the Resistance meeting that I didn't specifically say? Be creative. The worst thing I could say is they don't know.
Right.
Well, the worst thing I could say is, everybody's dead. But the worst thing I could say is they don't know.
Right. I mean, if I come up with anything, I'll probably post it in chat.
Excellent. Sounds good. So
Okay.
yeah, you guys got a new feisty burb.
I'm so happy.
Okay, so Diamond, I have to ask, do you have a name for the Swablu, and is it named after one of your parakeets? Is
Oh.
it parakeets?
Yeah, they're parakeets, and I would love to name the Swablu after one of the parakeets, but I have a food theme going on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
So,
I guess
do you have
you
any
can eat
initial ideas?
snowflakes.
Also,
I mean-
that's the cutest name for a parakeet ever.
I can't call this one a snowflake though. He is a very tough burb.
Oh, Flake.
Well, all right then. I'm assuming you don't have any initial ideas, but I will wait slightly impatiently for the glorious name that this Swablu will receive.
Well, I'm thinking of either pepper or curry,
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
but I'm not sure which one yet.
Hmm.
Those are both excellent names. So yes, that is the Anger Point Swablu with Dragon Rush, because Boss Blue
yes.
is Sex Blue. Anyway, on that note, thank you everybody for joining us for session 25 of the campaign known as Toby and Friends. I've been Kyle, your GM.
I've been Bloss Adfigui.
I've been Diamond.
And she's Wombat, and we'll see you all next
Did-
time.
What,
Good night, everybody.
did you not hear that? Did it
Yep.
not?
No.
I said I'm around the...
Yeah?
And we will see you all next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Wow, but...
Dear God.